Hey, so welcome back. Uh, I will be off camera for a little bit because again the focus is more on the unboxing of the Sunti. So I went ahead and opened the boxes because I needed to get a picture of the digital marquee real quick. Uh, but I did use my standard practice of avoiding using a knife because you never know what you're cutting into, things like that. So here we have the digital screen. So let's just go ahead and take this out. We got looks like an HDMI cable. Okay. Looks like we have some sort of adapter, HDMI adapter of some sort of extender. We'll find out what that's going to be used for, I guess. We got some screws. All right, so so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9 screws in here, guys, okay? So I got 9 screws in this thing right here. I have instructions for the digital marquee. We'll talk about that later. And looks like we have a controller board here. And then we actually have the digital screen itself. Now, what we should keep in mind here is this is like a TV, right? So you'll want to try to grab the marquee by the edges, trying to avoid touching the screen. You don't want to push down on that screen because again, it's like a TV. You've seen the horror stories when somebody smashes the LCD or LED TV, you get that little white ghosting effect. And so again, you want to try to grab it by the frame, right, and try to avoid pushing down on the screen. So we'll go ahead and we'll set that down right here, and just be gentle. And this is probably for me might be the harder portion of putting something together, but we'll find out here. So okay, so we have everything here. We've got the screen. We've got this little HDMI thing. We've got a controller board here. We've got some screws, so I'm going to have to look for a screwdriver here and here. And so just to kind of reset everyone, earlier I posted a video of a stool, putting together the stool and also putting together the stand. I was able to find some screws for the stand that I needed, which I'll explain later. So we'll go back to the stand in a future video, but for now we're going to shift gears and we're going to focus on looking at the digital marquee and the frame. So right now what you're looking at is the parts for the digital marquee screen itself. And then the frame should be up next. Alright, so let's see, probably what the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to move some of my family's items over here. You guys know how it is, right? So let's go over here. We'll kind of move the camera here. So here is the frame that is going to go in. So again, I practicing good opening patterns. You don't want to use a knife. You don't know you don't want to accidentally scratch any of this or any of that. So here, again, just manually opened it and things like that. So here is where the screen is. Now I can see right away, and you might be able to see it too. Here's where all the LED lights are going to be part of that nice back glow that the Sunti has. So we'll see what's the easiest. And it looks like there's some more stuff down there. So I'm gonna kind of feel, yeah, it looks like there's a way to grab it here. I'm gonna try to maybe take it off screen. So what you can't see what I'm doing is I'm holding the box with my feet and lifting the assembly out. So again, holding the box with my feet, and then I lift the assembly out. So here's the Polycade. So if you just ordered this without the digital marquee, you actually have a really nice Polycade light up banner, if you will. So I think what's going to end up happening is this Polycade thing is going to pop out and then we're going to replace that with the digital marquee. So if you ever want to go back to save the Polycade, then you can do that. You have your options. So we have that, and then it looks like we have some other things in the box, which I'll highlight here. So it looks like, yeah, we got the instructions for the frame, so we'll do that. And I apologize if hey, look at another set of Polycade stickers. So now we got 2 sets of Polycade stickers. So for those that ordered the top part, you'll have 2 sets of stickers, which is really nice. And then last but not least, screws. Okay, so we got 4 screws that seem to be in play here. So we got 4 screws, stickers, and then the QR code for the instructions. That's what's in that box. Okay. So I'm just going to put things to the side here, and I'm going to try to figure things out. And do this. Let's see here. Okay. So I'm going to kind of move this over here, and I'm going to move the digital marquee over here. Again, keeping in mind that we want to pick it up by the frame, and we don't want to touch the screen portion of it. So let's go ahead and move the camera back to our little work area over here. Okay. And then now let's take a look at what we got here. So I think the best course of action is to take the marquee frame, put the digital marquee in, and then attach this to the Sunty. So if you scan the QR code for the marquee instructions, I'll put that here for a moment. What we'll do is we'll find that it has instructions for assembling to the Sunty. So it has a small bag of screws and so on. So what I'm going to do is attempt to figure this out on how to get the digital screen into here. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just kind of removing this. I'm being mindful of the LED lights, trying not to brush too hard against them. Okay. Alright, so now it looks like I could safely put this down like this. Okay. And it looks like we have this. So we have the LED lights. We'll kind of move this over here. We have the LED lights. We have some sort of cable here. We'll figure this out. But then it looks like we have this here. So what I have to figure out how is it looks like I'm going to have to remove this. It looks like this is a like a bracket of some sort. And if I can remove the bracket, then I should be able to slide in the digital screen here. So for this, it looks like I might need a little hex nut type thing here. I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. So inside, you see there's these little hex nuts, and I think what you do is you unscrew them, so then this would then pop out, and then that's where you put in the digital screen, which is like a TV. So let's see, we'll stop the live stream for now to avoid the dead air time. I'm gonna go look for some socket wrenches, some baby socket wrenches, and see if we can get this off and then put the digital marquee. Or I could put this to the side for now, and let's just take a quick look. Yeah, let's do this. Let's take a quick look at the marquee screen itself. So again, this is a kind of like a TV screen. So you want to again make sure you're grabbing everything by the edge, and you're not touching the panel itself. And it looks like they taped a nice protector over it, so you can avoid scratches. So I'm actually leave the protector on until it is ready to come off. Now, I think I'm going to make an assumption here. I'm going to make an assumption that this will need to be mounted top down, but we'll figure that out. We can also take a look at this little driver board. So what the driver board does is going to take signals from the computer and it's going to help display on the screen. So that's what this driver board is going to be. And then we have this and this. So this is where I think you may actually want to follow the instructions that Polycade gives you. But that being said, I think, just take a quick look here. Okay. Okay, so this so what I think is going to happen is this will eventually screw on to the SMT, and then there's going to be some connections made from here. So it looks like this guy is going to plug into the driver board right here, and then I will have to mount this onto the SMT with all the HDMI connections and so on. So that being said, I think we'll just we'll just go ahead, take a break. I'm gonna figure out what socket wrench I need to unscrew the display. I'm gonna make sure that I'm mounting the display correctly in the orientation, whether it's, I think I'm going to go by the fact that this is, I'm gonna go by this is top, and then so the black is top, and then the non-black is bottom. That's gonna be my assumption here as I do this. And then we'll go from there. All right. Well, thanks for listening. And next time I stream, we'll do a removal of the default Polycade banner, if you will, right here. We'll do a removal of this guy. We're going to replace it with this guy. And then we'll look at connecting everything up.